All right, this is quiz 6.06. A couple different concepts in this quiz. The first couple of quiz questions are going to ask you about what size font should be used. Different publishers will use different size fonts depending on what they want to do. And they're using scale factors. So if you remember, we talked about scale factors way back in first semester. So we're going to use that same concept here. To find our scale factor, they're going to give you a series of fonts. All you have to do is divide any two consecutive font sizes to find the ratio. So here they took the 1.5 divided by 1, and our scale factor is 1.5. We could also do 2.25 divided by 1.5, and we would also get 1.5. So first, just find your scale factor. Then once you find that scale factor, to find the next larger size, you will multiply. Okay, so we're going to take this 2.25, which comes from right here. We want the next larger size, so we multiply by 1.5 and get 3.375. So that is going to be our next larger size right there. There is a couple quiz questions that just give you, they say for a certain font, they give you the scale factor. And then they give you one of the sizes. One of them asks for the next larger size. If they ask for the next larger size, you'll do what we just did. You'll multiply the scale factor. But this one asks for the next smaller size. So if you go in reverse, you're going to take the inverse of multiplying, or the opposite, which is dividing. So if we take our font size, 3.787, and we divide by our scale factor, then the next smallest size will be 2.047. Remember, if they say round to thousandths, that is 3 decimal places. The next one on your quiz is going to basically, you just are going to come up with an equation for the volume. So remember, the volume of a prism is length times width times height. And they give you the scenario about a box that they're creating from this cardboard, and they're going to cut square corners, and then they'll fold up the box. So when they fold up the box, we need to find our new length, width, and height. All right, if this is 18 and we cut out 2 corners, we're calling those distance here x. So we are cutting out 2 x's. So 18 minus 2x, because this is x and this is x. All right, on our length here is 20 inches. And so if we've cut out the same x, because it's a square, right? So that's x and that's x. Then this distance will now become 20 minus 2x. When we fold the box up, that height is actually going to be x. All right? So the quiz doesn't ask you to solve this. It just asks you for the equation. So we're going to have 18 minus 2x times 20 minus 2x times x. Remember that x, when we fold it up, is going to be the height. The last one they do ask you to solve, but there is a shortcut method that I'm going to show you for the quiz that you don't actually have to go through the steps in the OHS to solve it. We've got a farmer that's got 80 yards of fence to build a rectangular pasture for the cows. So here's 80 yards of fence. Remember, that's the perimeter. So the perimeter is 80. They want the maximum area. Well, the area of a rectangle is the length times the width, right? We don't know what the length and the width are, but we know the perimeter. So this one you can use by knowing that the maximum area of a rectangle is actually going to be when it is a square. So we can simply take our 80 yards of fence and divide by 4. And we know that each side is going to be 20. And when we multiply 20 by 20, then our maximum area is going to be 400. So you'll be able to work that. This is one example of the test. There are two other variations, so you will just take the perimeter, divide by 4 to get the sides, multiply, and that is going to be your maximum area. Hope this helps.